Hello ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Kevin Sullivan channel. The topic of this video will be called Narcissists only want you for the supply they get from you. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, with the narcissist, it's all about the supply. It's all of what they get from you. Some you might not notice, and most of you do know this already. I hope this might give you some closure of, your situation with the narcissist, of why they the way they are, or why they do the things they do or did, or, why is the situation, or why they discard you, why they left you, or why you feel like you're being used, or why you feel like you're not getting nothing out of the relationship that you have with them. And that's basically because why? It's basically because the narcissist is only in the relationship or only deal with you for the supply they get from you. Anything other than that, you cease to exist and you don't matter. If they can't get supply from you, then you have no use at all. You don't even exist. So it's all about supply with the narcissist. That's basically is, and that's what you are there for, to get the supply they get from you, whether it's one supply, 5, 10, 20, 100 supplies that they get from you. Narcissists want that supply, and this is why, and that's the only reason why they are dealing with you, and this is why you don't get nothing out of the relationship. This is also why they'll drop you at the drop of a dime and leave and discard you for some new supply, because that's it. It's almost like a kid with a kid with toys. He got a whole bunch of toys, and he'll play with this one and play with this one, and then he always gonna want a new toy, always got his eyes open. And kids always, kids always got their eyes open and seeing new toys, seeing new things, new candies, and they always got their eyes open and want something new, and they always want. It's just like a kid with the parents. They're always getting supply from their parents, and they don't consider giving no supply to their parents, for one, because they're not developed to even think that way, of giving, and they're not supposed to anyway. And because again, like I said, they're kids, they're children, and this is the same way narcissists think. They only think about themselves and getting supply. They're not people like how we are normal people, to where we could be our own supply. We get supply out of everything, or anything, without it being a human being, and it's also a narcissist too. They get a supply out of everything too, but they get their most and their best supply from human beings, us, and they also need us to be in their life and be around them and be with them for them to get supply out of other things. Like narcissists they get supply out of eating, but it's not as good as them getting supply eating as they have somebody to eat with now, or they have somebody to cook the food for them while they just get catered to. You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference when a narcissist is by themselves and no one's around. And so this is why you feel drained and you're not getting nothing out of the relationship. You're not going to get nothing out of it. It's not meant for you to get anything out of it. It's just meant for the narcissist to get what they want out of you, And that's basically it. It's the same thing as equivalent to you go to the clothing store, you go into the clothing store to buy clothes, that's it, nothing more. You go into the grocery store so you go buy food, that's basically it. So that's what it is with the narcissist, They get in, they get what they need, then they get out. And this is why they'll use you up, because they just gonna go to the next person whenever they feel like it, whenever the time is right, and just get the same thing from the person. So this is for you to understand, like, you're just supply. So this is why they don't care. And don't be confused about how the narcissist was giving you at the beginning during the love bombing stage, the first stage, how they was nice, how they was wonderful. And that was just a false image that they portrayed themselves to be, so that you could let them in, and also how they could gain control. Because once a person is nice and you let them in, and they gain control and they start manipulating you because you so head over heels, you're in love, the first image you see of somebody, scientifically proven, is what you think of them and what you will believe more than anything. So they know this, and this is why they do this. And then, so now you done seen this wonderful person that you think you done met your soulmate, they God's heaven sent, and everything is off right and fine, then the next minute, you know, they take the turn. And that's supposed to happen. They do that on purpose. And what that's being is them revealing them real selves to you. And like another supply everybody plays to the narcissist is you being their punching bag, so they can have somebody to punch on and also release their toxins on. You know, you're the dumpster for them to relieve their garbage and toxins in. I did a video on that. You go check that out. And also the part about you being a narcissist punching bag, I think I just did a video about that. I just didn't upload it yet. But yeah, you basically just a supply for them, and that's it. And this is why you haven't never really got nothing from them from day one. Or some narcissists will, you know, they'll shower you with gifts other than, you know, being nice and being awesome. Some of them will give you gifts. And so don't let either or confuse you, because that's just for you to let them in. They want you to feel like they're safe and that you can trust them, so that you'll let your guards down and you'll let them in your life, and they'll get, you know, you'll open up to them and tell them things, and they'll know everything about you. And, you know, they know all your secrets, and, you know, it helps them gain control and access, and, you know, and know exactly who you are. So don't be fooled by that. And once you understand and know that they only use you so they can get and not give, you know that's not a healthy relationship. No relationship is healthy where you give and you don't get back, you know. So once you understand that, and you might not even know that because you're all in it. And some of us, like, you know, empaths, you know, whole people, we don't really need stuff from somebody, and sometimes we don't require it because we'll handle our stuff on our own, and we just ourselves wholeheartedly just by ourselves without, you know, anybody else. And sometimes because of that, you won't even know or understand that you're in a relationship with a narcissist, and you probably won't even notice or pay attention to the fact that you giving yourself all and you're not getting nothing. You know, I've been in a long relationship like that where it was just going back and forth, and it was like that, and I even understand it, you know. And I knew something was wrong and not right. You know, and I knew something was wrong and not right because, you know, basically how the person was treating, you know how narcissists treat you and how they do. And also as well, me not knowing, just knowing I wasn't getting enough and I was putting more in, but it really wasn't like, you know, well, I need something from you, because I really didn't need nothing from them. But it was just, I know I wasn't getting nothing, you know. And at the end, I kind of got that. And then, but at first, for a while, I didn't even notice that. I just knew I was being mistreated at first. So once you know that, you can understand that, and hopefully that'll be enough for you to leave the situation and know that, you know, they are only here for supply. This is what they use people for. Who the person they discard you for, they're using them supply. They use their family for supply. They use their friends for supplies, people in their circle for supply. They use their job for supply, everybody at their job for supply. They use everything and everyone as supply. This is just who these people are. This is just what they do. So I hope this video was, people needed this video, and it was a good video for you guys. So everybody have a great day and stay narcissistic free.